Going to be tough. 34 seconds to go. They back it back out again with Brandon Williams. Cross-court pass to the top of the key. Going down the left side, there's going to be a foul call. Ball goes awry. Foul will go against Harrison Warnock. Stepping to the line will be, it'll be on the floor. So it'll be an inbounds pass with 24 seconds to go. Each team with 14 fouls. Bounce pass in. They get it to Eddie Davis. Davis loses the handle. And here go the Crusaders. At the middle. 6 seconds. Right off the top, shots missed, and that's the end of the first quarter of play. With the score, the Long Island Lutheran Crusaders 22, the home-standing Panthers of W.T. Dwyer 4. I can't believe it.
See, I disagree. I can believe it after seeing both teams play. Dwyer's game plan is the press and the full court transition and easy buckets. They're not allowing it. Long Island's game plan is to push the ball up court, but their bigs play big. Their guards handle the ball really well. It's going to be a very tough night for Dwyer.
Oh, like I said earlier, I don't think I've ever seen Dwyer with a 4-point quarter. With that being said, when you look at Kupsis at 6'8", Mustafa at 6'9", that's a sophomore and a junior, and you watch how they handle the ball at those heights, that's amazing.
Mustafa has been seated for a couple minutes too, and you didn't even notice it.
No, or they would have been 30-4. Back to the second quarter of action. Time flies when you're having fun, and we're having a lot here in Palm Beach as the Dwyer Panthers are really behind the 8 ball tonight. A shocking first quarter score. Around the rim, no good. Unbelievable, coast to coast on the left side, shots up and good. I can't believe Kupsis.
That's pretty amazing with the left hand. Drive on the left, made a left-handed layup.
Man. Dantis Kupsis, number 13, hits it.
Just thinking of shock therapy for Dwyer right now after what they've done with other teams. They blew out the other two teams. Now it's reversed.
Ball's out to the right side, into the hands of Tommy Luke. Substitutions getting ready to come in for the Panthers of Dwyer. 7:23 to go. Shots up. Off the side of the rim, no good. Once again, Anders has it. He missed the previous shot. Let's see if they can set something up. They're down by 21. He loses the control of the ball. Going back to the foul line with it, though, is Austin Evans. Down inside, and a great strip by Brandon Jacobs.
It does not stop defensively, Rick. I said that. They play defense.
On the lob inside. Cross-court pass gets it over to Michael Ingram, who's just come into the game. There's a whistle. Believe it's underneath. We'll see who it is. Looks like that'll go against Brandon Jacobs. Each team now with 5 team fouls. 25-4 is your score with 6:49 to go here in the second. Coming out is going to be Kevin Anders. Jethro Germinal will now come in. Stepping out will be Giovanni Quincy. With the ball, Gideon Germinal. Ball is lost and taken up. Going coast to coast at 6'9", off the glassing. Good. Dantis Kupsis. A block by Mustafa at 6'8". Off the glass and good from the left side with the left hand. Ladies and gentlemen, these kids do nothing wrong in high school level basketball. Harrison Warnock.
23's off the bench, and you saw what he just did.
With the left hand and a switch over going down the lane. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, college kids don't do that. 6:04 to go, 29-4. I can't believe it. Coming back in is going to be Eddie Davis. Somebody's got to put the ball in the hole. Along with him is going to be Giovanni Quincy back in. They'll pull out Michael Ingram, and they'll also pull Tommy Luke.
I can tell you this. Coach will not let up on his team. You would think they were down by 30 the way he coaches the team.
I am just absolutely awestruck. I've seen a lot, we both have seen a lot of great high school basketball, but this might be one of the best, if not the best team I've ever seen.
I came away in awe after seeing them play and rehearse.
And you coached some of the best high school basketball teams in the state of Pennsylvania.
I'm shell-shocked with what I'm seeing here.
I mean, 29-4, 5:34 to go. Ball's taken out to the right side. They get it down to the right block. Into the hands of Warnock. Oh, watch out. Mustafa with the left-handed hook. It's good.
If the camera can turn on and watch the coach from Long Island for a couple seconds and see how active he is and how active his bench is.
We got a whistle. .5:02 to go. It's 31-7. On his knee, the head coach, John Buck, as he now gets he brings over his team. And I'll tell you what, you can tell that kid went to a Baptist college. He spent so much time on his knees like that. I think he was in church or something. He's praying to the gods. It's 31-7. He's got over a 20-point lead.
Rick,
what's he got to pray for?
He will be down on his knees almost the entire game and constantly talking. One of the things that struck me besides him is how interactive the team on the bench is.
Yeah.
Supportive, vocal with each other, complimentary. As soon as the player comes out, sits right next to one of the coaches to get addressed. It's so team organized. It's incredible.
We'll see how much he spends on his knees when he gets to be our age.
He won't get back up.
No. 4:52 to go, 31-7. Almost a steal, and there is a steal by Dwyer. Jethro Germinal gets it.
Is that the first turnover? That the first
would
turnover?
be the first turnover that I can remember, with 4:40 to go in the second. 31-7. Dwyer moving the ball. They're going to call a foul. And that will go against Kupsas.
It's the only team I've seen in a tournament when a player commits a foul, raise his hand. I saw a lot of teams this week, not my fault, wrong call. First thing he did was put his hand up.
The younger generation doesn't remember that used to be the protocol. When you were accused of a foul, you put your hand up to let the bench know, the table know, as well as the referees, and that has gone away.
Guess who just scored that three?
Yeah, are you kidding? He commits a foul. Just give me the ball. I'll get you three back. 34-7. Fred Ross has called a timeout for 30 seconds. He may need 3 minutes to try and straighten this out, not 30 seconds.
Rick, I think if you gave him unlimited time, it's not going to make a difference.
Wow.
You would need to look at this film, take a timeout, and then start over and try and prepare for this, and I don't think that would be enough.
I've never seen, and I've seen Dwyer play for over 20 years. Since the school was built, I've seen him play. And I've never seen him being handled like this before. Never. 4:13 to go. With the ball now, Dwyer, they'll get it, they'll swing it around from Germo over to Quincy. Back out to the top in Germinal. Back to Quincy. Quincy stops, pops for three. It's going to be short, no good. Rebound comes down to Mustafa. Mustafa gets it over to Brandon Jenkins. Jenkins gets it down to the left side. Over to Koupsas. Koupsas brings it back out. He dribbles the ball like he's a guard. He's 6'9". And you'd think it would be experienced. He's a sophomore. He's a junior, I checked that. He's still a 17-year-old, 16, 17-year-old kid handling a ball like that at that age. Amazing. Gets it down into the corner. That shot's up. It's around the rim, no good. Missed by Harrison Warnock, and we'll have a whistle. Coming back in is going to be Anders, along with Tommy Luke. 34-7 the score, 3:21 to go in the second. They got the ball over to Warnock. Shots up, off the back of the rim, no good by Koupsas. Scramble on the floor. Everybody's in one piece. That's a good thing. Referees jump right on it. No problem with any bad sportsmanship. Great camera shot by the crew today. Boy, I got to tell you, these camera guys are doing a heck of a job covering high school basketball. This is a quick game.
Very quick.
Everybody's on it. Got to thank everybody in the truck, all the cameramen for all the help, the audio people that took care of those little bugs. Everybody's doing well. 2:56 to go, 34-7. From the top of the key goes to Tommy Luke. Luke goes over to the left corner. They're going to get it into that left corner. Shots up, and that one rattles around, and it drops. Gideon Germinal.
Who would believe it would take 15 minutes before they hit double figures?
Not me.
Well?
Not me. No way.
I would never have bet on that.
And there's a near steal and a steal. Here goes Dwyer. Oh, and he missed the foul shot. He went straight underneath the basket instead of picking right or left. That's you. I should have.
Look at the way they passed the ball.
Move it around off the glass and good. Another one by Harrison Warnock. There's a 4-point swing that was unnecessary. That shot's off the blocked. That was partially blocked by Warnock, and there'll be a whistle. Substitution coming in, Messiah Swinson. And coming out will be Essa Mustafa.
When they get a camera gets a chance, they got to view what happens when a player comes out of the game, how the bench responds to that.
Right. Next substitution.
And the reception of the coaching staff and the players to each other.
Off the left side, nice block on that play by Ishmael Goulburn.
Whoa.
That could have been called a
That would have been an intentional foul.
Let's see what he does. Yeah, he just called a call. You know, that wasn't necessarily a bad call by making it that way. I mean, it should have been an intentional. And if it was a closer score, maybe he would go that way. But with a 26-point spread, unless things start getting out of hands, and I don't see that happening, it's probably the best way to handle that. From the left side, shots off the back of the rim, no good by Warnock. Rebound comes down to Dwyer. Dwyer trying to press the issue, and everything's underneath the center of the basket. Nobody's going to the left or the right, and this could be another 4-point swing. Bodies flying everywhere. The thud of the body hitting the bones to the wood. Here we go. We got a substitution now. Coming out is going to be Harrison Warnock.
Found an open spot.
Was a touch. That's why the ball went back court and it wasn't a penalty. 53 seconds to go before half, 36-10. There we go, down the right side. And it's blocked by Messiah Swinson, a 6'7" junior. So they take 6'8" out, they put 6'7" in, and he slaps the first one away.
Now, might follow up on what you said on that foul situation earlier. There was just an intentional foul or a hard foul on that one. They're going to have to be conscious of this because Dwyer's getting frustrated. You're down by 26. They're not accustomed to this.
No, not at all. There's no one in the gym that's accustomed to that unless you live in Long Island, New York. Because anybody in the state of Florida that's watching this game right now is in shock. Coming back in, Tommy Luke and Kevin Andrews.
With the assumption that almost everybody in the stands is local, they're mute.
Yeah, they are.
You don't even know they're there. They haven't had anything to cheer about.
That shot's up, and that's good by Brandon Jacobs. 36 seconds to go before the half. 38-10. Holy smokes. Right. Here we go. Nice. And a steal back. Tommy Luke hustling. They're not quitting. They're not quitting. And Fred Roch right now you can see the wheels turning, how he's going to try to turn this into a teaching moment. And rightfully so. I mean, there's a lot that can be learned. Dwyer can learn a lot from this game right now. And that's usually not the case as we're down to 6 seconds to go before half. See if we get a shot off and a point for him. Nope, it's not going to happen. And we've come to the end of the first half of play with the score. The Crusaders from Long Island Luther, 38. This is not a mistake. This is not a misread. W.T. Dwyer, 10.
When you're down by 28 and you're a successful program and he's a veteran coach, you're going into that locker room stating, what can we identify? What can we correct? Let's forget the first half. Let's see what we can do in the second half. It's 0-0 at this point. Let's move forward. It may not be a catch-up situation, but you said it. It's got to be teaching, learning moments, because there's going to be other teams that are going to be very good that they're going to face this year, and they're going to have to acclimate and adjust to it.
And we have at halftime right now with Dwyer trailing Long Island Luther 38-10. We're at the Holiday Palm Beach's inaugural Classic. I am Ricky McGuire along with my co-host today, Bob Koch, and we'll be back for the second half in a few minutes.
Thank you, guys.